Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Top 10 Songs. Today, very special show. First of all, as you can tell, we are not in the normal Sea of Tranquility set. We are on location at the lair of Comic Book Geezers, which is the other show that I do with this guy right over here. This is Wild Bill, my co-host.
Hello,
and
everybody.
Good friend from Comic Book Geezers.
Yes, thanks for having me, Pete. I've never been on your Sea of Tranquility show. Always on Comic Book Geezers, but never here. So this is a first for me, everybody. So
so I've been wanting to have Bill on this show too, even though Bill's specialty is comic books. He's not the big music geek like I am. However, there are a certain couple bands.
Music guru.
Okay, well, thank you.
I wouldn't say geek, I would say guru.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I wanted to have him on here, as a way to introduce all my music followers to kind of the comic book world and my partnership with Bill.
We know there's some comic book lovers out there.
That's right.
It's got to be.
This is what you're missing every week if you don't tune into Comic Book Geezers.
Yeah, you definitely got to give us a shout and check us out. And we've been at it almost 2 years. July will be 2 years. It was Pete's idea to do the show from his Sea of Tranquility. And when he asked me about the comic book thing, I said yes and jumped at the opportunity. But we started to kick names around for the show, but I came up with the name Comic Book Geezers. So I hope you like it, and I hope you do like the show. If you give it a chance to watch it, I think you're going to like it.
Go check it out and subscribe. But in the meantime, back to music.
Yes, music.
Again, wanting to have Bill on this show and thinking, what's a good sweet spot? Because I know Bill and I have a bunch of bands that we like pretty equally. And a couple of the ones he suggested I had already done. Like he suggested Rush. We talked about Zeppelin and Jethro Tull. But then he's like, well, what about Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, because he also mentioned Megadeth. And I was like, well, we've seen Megadeth twice, Pete and I. And I love the band, but I don't really know a lot about them. But so I said, what about Hendrix?
And Hendrix has been asked by a bunch of you numerous times, and it was on my list to do. So I said, let's do a Hendrix show.
Yeah, so I know more about Hendrix than all the other bands.
So as we're keeping with our normal top 10 song shows where I have a guest, we do not reveal our picks beforehand. So
I've been trying to do that for the past
couple weeks. He's trying to. He's like, so you want to see my list? I'm like, no, I don't want to see your list. No. He tried to show me like 15 minutes ago, and I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. So I have not seen
right here.
I have not seen his list. He has not seen mine. So we're going to do like we normally do. So Bill's going to kick it off with his number 10, and we're going to go back and forth. So Bill, get started with your number 10.
Number 10 pick for me is actually a Jimi Hendrix cover song called All Along the Watchtower by Bob Dylan, which I actually think Jimmy's version, of course, is superior to Bob's.
There's no comparison.
No. There's nothing wrong with Bob Dylan's version, but Jimmy just takes it, above and beyond.
Yeah.
And it's far superior. And I love All Along the Watchtower. I could play that one over and over again.
And that guitar solo.
Yes. Incredible. It's just amazing. So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is from the first album Are You Experienced, Foxy Lady.
Foxy Lady. Okay. Very nice.
And if one of your picks is, and one of my picks is on your picks,
I can say it when it comes up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
It's coming up. Number 9?
Yeah.
Number 9, I have Dolly Dagger.
Oh, that's a good one.
You like that?
Yeah,
good pick.
That's actually in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I shouldn't even say that, but that's a really good pick.
I don't care if you let the cat out of the bag. Go ahead.
That is a good pick.
Number 9.
Yeah, and that one was, and that Dolly Dagger is one that he did was one of those tracks that he recorded, but were not on the original albums that they released. That,
but they released after his death.
Yeah, so many great songs that they released.
And that's the one song, the only song I can think of on video where he's playing a flying V. Ooh. I have a Jimi Hendrix DVD. And in fact, I don't want to get up and go get it, but they have a video footage, and he's playing a flying V, a white flying V.
Is that from the Isle of Wight Festival? Is it a live video?
No, it's like an MTV video shot.
Oh, so just a video. Okay.
Well, it's a video prior to MTV days. I mean, I must have shot it in '69 or early 1970.
Yeah. And
there's a hot chick in a red leather miniskirt walking around. So. It has that MTV. It's MTV before MTV was invented.
Yeah, they weren't doing a lot of those kind of videos.
But he's playing a white flying V.
Yeah, that's interesting. I got to look into that because I think the only time I remember seeing him play a flying V was at the Isle of Wight Festival in right a couple months before he died.
Now I'm reaching. I believe it was a Gibson. It wasn't his standard Fender Stratocaster.
Yeah, no, it definitely was a Gibson flying V.
Yeah, and it was white.
Cool. That's a great song. That's a great pick.
Good observation, Bill. Yes. Okay. What do you got there? Number 9?
Number 9 from the. This is a song that also kind of popped up after he died, and he played it at the Atlanta Pop Festival, which they were just released on Blu-ray and DVD recently. The tune "Straight Ahead."
Okay.
Which is a great tune. I know you've heard it. It's
I've
kind
heard
of
it. I don't know the title, but okay.
Yeah, it's an obscure tune. But
okay.
It's a great rock. One of my favorites.
Number 8 for me is another Jimi Hendrix cover tune from Cream, "Sunshine of Your Love," which I have a live version from I believe it's live at Winterland.
That's a great live set,
and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you've never heard Hendrix, and he even on that CD, he even talks about Cream before they play the song, and I'll quote him. "We're not saying that we can play anything better than them. It's just that we dig the cats and we dig the song. We like to do it our own way."
Well, he was a big fan of Clapton's, but Clapton was completely intimidated by Hendrix.
Yes, well, ironically, Clapton gave Hendrix a guitar on the night of his death as a gift.
Ooh.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
He had it. Well, he didn't. I don't know if he actually gave it to him, but he had one as a gift for him. Like the night before he died.
That's pretty cool. That's a great pick. I was looking over all the songs. I mean, there's so many great songs, right?
Okay. So we're number
8. So my number 8 is...
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got my numbers all mixed up here.
Did you?
Yeah. Anyway.
Did you skip your number 9?
I got things crossed out here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think that should have been number 5, "Sunshine of Your Love."
Okay.
So should I just make 8, 5 and just switch them?
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
All right. I'll wait till later. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so that's all right.
I should have rewrote this scribble.
My number 8 from the first Rays of the New Rising Sun, which is one of the albums they've released in the recent years of old recordings, "In From the Storm."
"In From the Storm."
Yeah,
okay, that's a good tune.
Yeah, that is a good song.
All right, so number 7 for me is "Manic Depression."
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's off that classic. There's no bad tunes on that first album.
And "Manic Depression," the Isle of Wight festival that I just mentioned also has the only live version of "Manic Depression" in all his recorded history.
Right. He didn't play that live much.
I only have it. It's the only track. It's the only album I've ever heard it on. Yeah. If there's others out there, I'm not aware.
No, that's right. He very rarely played that live, if at all. That's pretty cool.
Now, if I can quote him on that one, I like it's a song about a cat who wants to make love to music instead of every ordinary everyday woman. That's how he starts. That's how he starts off that song. I heard he had a great sense of humor.
Yeah,
Jimi Hendrix,
a very quiet guy, but yeah, I heard that too. I've read a lot of Hendrix books, and they all say that. So
we're up to number
7
for you.
My number 7 from the Electric Ladyland album, a really kind of cool tune. "Still Raining, Still Dreaming," with that wah wah intro. Wow, right? With that talking stuff. That's brilliant. I love that tune. That's a real cool, funky rock.
That cat wail in the beginning.
Yep, it's a cool one.
Yep. Number 6, "Voodoo Child."
Oh yeah, that's.
And speaking of Voodoo Child, if I can go off on a tangent, we both went to college at New Paltz, and in the spring of '84, they had Stevie Ray Vaughan, but back then it was Stevie Ray who? He wasn't on the radio, and he opened up with "Voodoo Child Slight Return," and he played it to a T. I was waiting for him to make a mistake, and he didn't. Stevie Ray Vaughan does an awesome job.
Yeah, he played that festival at the campus. He had just released his first solo album.
By the time I came back for the beginning of my sophomore year in September, 4 months later, his music was on the radio, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah. Okay, so what do you have for number 6?
Number 6 from "Are You Experienced?" "I Don't Live Today." I don't live today. Okay. Great tune.
All right, so I switched. What do I have here now? Number 5 on my list, I have "Little Wing."
Yeah, that's classic. That is classic. That should be on my list. It's not.
Oh, I see what I did wrong on my list. I should have put "Sunshine of Your Love" on honorable mention.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So my number 5, and another one of those tunes that he recorded and wasn't on the original albums, but resurfaced quite a bit later on. But he played it at Woodstock, and it's awesome. Is "Isabella."
Oh yeah,
I love Isabella. Right.
So where are we now? Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
I got "Foxy Lady."
Cool.
We already heard that.
It's a great tune. Man.
It is. I
great
love
tune.
It.
Heavy tune.
Definitely.
My number 4, I love, again, a tune that was not on a studio album, but he played it live a lot.
What's that?
Was "Hear My Train A-Comin'."
Oh yeah, you ever heard his acoustic version of it?
That's really good too, and different. Yeah, my favorite though is the version from the Atlanta Pop Festival, the Freedom set. It's amazing. But if you go back, he played it at Berkeley, played it at Winterland, he played it at Woodstock. It was always great. I just love Hear My Train.
Where we're at, number 3?
Number 3.
Axis Bold as Love.
Oh, yeah.
Great tune.
Yeah.
What's interesting about that song is in the lyrics, he mentions every color of the rainbow. Mm-hmm. If you listen carefully to the song, the lyrics, he mentions every color of the rainbow, and I'm sure that was a deliberate thing, creativity, flair that I appreciate about that song. It's a great tune.
Yeah, it is. A great album also.
It is, definitely.
My number 3 from the same album.
Okay.
Spanish Castle Magic.
Yes.
That's just such a great tune.
That is a great tune.
It's heavy. It's psychedelic.
The drums are awesome.
Oh, yeah. Mitch Mitchell, man. I tell you, it's great, great stuff.
All right, so where are we? Number 2?
Number 2.
I have Purple Haze.
Ironically, Purple Haze didn't make my top 10.
How about an honorable mention? We'll find out later.
Yeah, you will. My number 2 was your number 4, I think, or number 3, Voodoo Child.
Oh, yeah. Voodoo Child for me was number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I mean,
I got
Voodoo
it.
Child is just a great.
So number 1 for me is Machine Gun. Is that your number 1?
That's my number 1.
Right there, man. See, great minds think alike.
That's right, from the Band of Gypsies album.
Yes,
right,
for those of you who don't know us, or obviously you haven't known me at all, but I've known Pete since what? Fall of 84? Spring of 85?
Yeah, a long time.
Something like 30, almost 34, 35 years at least. All right, so where my screw.
Well, let's talk about why Machine Gun is so great if it made our number 1. I mean, first of all, it's just a fascinating song that tells a story. A musical story, right? It's all about the Vietnam War.
It's a protest song. Obviously, he was against the war, but he knows that.
But he put the listener in the shoes of a young kid fighting in the jungles of Vietnam with bombs and machine guns and mortars flying all over the place. And you really feel like you're sitting there in the middle of the jungle with all this shit going on, right?
His, I guess you would call it strumming, his finger strumming of the guitar makes the machine gun sound effect.
Yeah,
and
then it scrapes and stuff over the strings,
and it's the same rhythm. Like if you're in the military, when they teach you to shoot a machine gun, they want you to go in short, controlled bursts, not fully automatic because you'll be bouncing out of control. But he has that short burst strum machine gun effect to his guitar, which is then the guitar solo in that is just amazing, and how he improvises the feedback
and they're using the tremolo bar, and
that's just out of control.
That's my favorite guitar solo.
And they never play it on the radio because it's like 8 minutes long or whatever, and
people be hearing that and be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, but it's the music that
beautiful. That's what it is.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and I mean, all of his music is amazing, but that one is just very special to me, Machine Gun. So, all right, so we're gonna do honorable mentions.
Yeah, go for it.
So I might as well mention what I messed up on here. Wait Until Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. Do I keep going or
keep going? Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I go. Have you ever been? Which is off Electric Ladyland. Have you ever been to Electric Ladyland? That's a good one. I like that. I have Red House.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Red House.
And I have Spanish Castle Magic. And my number 1 honorable mention is Fire.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. And that's it.
Yeah, I'll just rattle off a few of them. But Manic Depression you already talked about. Red House you already talked about. Can You See Me is a good tune. Lover Confusion. Fire. How about Third Stone from the Sun?
That's a pretty good tune.
Cool. Are You Experienced? Purple Haze, obviously. Wind Cries Mary. Little Wing. 6 was 9.
Yes.
That was in my original top 10, and I crossed it out for something else.
Did you just say that Wind Cries Mary, too?
Yes.
Mention that?
Yep. Yeah, that's a great one.
Neither one of us picked Hey Joe, but that's a good hit, too. Well.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It's okay. That was never one of my favorite Hendrix tunes. Castles Made of Sand, Up From the Skies, Ain't No Tellin', All on the Watchtower, which you mentioned. Gypsy Eyes.
Gypsy Eyes.
That's a great tune. I like that a lot. Crosstown Traffic, another one neither one was mentioned. From the Band of Gypsies, Who Knows, Power to Love, Message of Love, Dolly Dagger you mentioned, Freedom. Easy Rider.
Okay.
Another great tune. Hey Baby, New Rising Sun, Stepping Stone, Angel. Right? That's a good one. Yeah. Midnight, Valleys of Neptune, Stone Free. Lover Man. So many great songs. So many. You really can't go wrong with any Hendrix.
Yeah.
But that's our top 10, guys. top 10, a lot of honorable mentions. I want to thank my buddy Bill here for
thanks for having me. I hope I did okay, everybody.
Oh, you did fine. You did fine. Hey, it's good when you can talk about like an artist that you really are passionate about. So it kind of comes through in these type of things. So if you learned nothing else today besides the fact that Hendrix is amazing, go check out Comic Book Geezers. All right, go
guys.
check us out. If you love vintage comic books from the 60s, 70s, and some from the 80s, that's all we talk about. We show stuff from our collections. We have a ton of old comics from the Golden Age, the Silver Age, and all that kind of stuff. So
and we show off some awesome covers. No commercials.
No commercials. Just us showing off books and talking, right? Talking shop. So,
and it seems to be working. We're slowly growing. We have about just over 200 subscribers now. And we have over 10,000 views. And we have practically done a video on almost every Marvel character you can think of.
And some DC too. Mostly Marvel. We're real Marvel guys. But
we've gone to Comic Cons and we shoot stuff like that. We even interviewed Joe Sinnott, who was one of the touch-up artists, the finisher for Marvel for many years. So we're doing some different things with Comic Book Geezers, and we're having fun with it, and I'm sure you will too. There's at least 85 videos now to pick
there's
from.
A lot of stuff to look. So
a lot of homework. And you pack a lunch, because each video is about 20, 25 minutes. So,
they're used to it here on this channel.
Yeah, if you guys like
these guys sit through an hour and a half with me. They're going to sit through 20
minutes. So they're dedicated, so they know all about you. So, you've sort of been turning over a new leaf with Comic Book Geezers. If you like Pete's Sea of Tranquility, you're going to like Comic Book Geezers for sure. I guarantee.
Still me, just talking about something different.
Yeah, so, I'm his sidekick on that one.
So just go here, search on YouTube, Comic Book Geezers. You'll find us. Subscribe.
Type it like a sentence.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Just like that. So, but in the meantime, this is Sea Tranquility on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on the mighty YouTube. So we'll see you real soon with lots more stuff. Again, thanks to Bill, and take care, guys.
All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.